North Korea test active protection system on new battle tank against anti-tank missile and drone threats. The evaluation focused on the active protection system integrated into a new type main battle tank and followed recent state media coverage of a live fire exercise involving the same vehicle family. KCNA presented the demonstration indicative of operational relevance rather than a purely declaratory statement, highlighting an apparent effort to substantiate defensive performance against increasingly complex, multi-domain anti-armor threats. KCNA reported that the March 29 event was intended to evaluate the combat effectiveness of the tank's active protection system against anti-tank threats approaching from multiple directions. According to state media, the system demonstrated a perfect defensive function, achieving a claim d'interception probability of 100% under simulated combat conditions. While this figure remain an official North Korean claim and has not been independently verified, it illustrates the narrative Pyongyang seeks to promote regarding the survivability of its latest armored platform. The timing of the disclosure is also significant. The March 29 report follow early KCNA coverage on March 19 of a live fire demonstration involving a new type main battle tank, which state media described as incorporating enhanced protection and strike capability. Taken together, this communication indicate an effort by North Korea to increase the visibility of its armored modernization initiative, even as it continue to prioritize strategic weapon development. The official KCNA release did not specify the designation of the vehicle, referring to it only as a new type main battle tank. However, imagery disseminated by state media suggest a configuration consist with platform previously associated with the Chonma 2-20 or the Broad M2020 family. The vehicle's external architecture, including turret geometry and apparent integration of protection system, point toward a design approach aligned with contemporary third-generation main battle tank standard, marking a departure from early North Korean armored design. The imagery released alongside the KCNA report is central to the message North Korea is seeking to convey. It appears to show the tank destroying several airborne threats in the final moment before impact, including what appear to be vehicle-launched loitering munition, shoulder-fired RPG type projectile, shoulder-fired top attack missile, tripo-mounted anti-tank guided missile resembling system in the Cornet class, and small drone threats that can be interpreted as FPV or kamikaze type unmanned system. More important than the precise identification of each munition is the overall pattern. The demonstration appear designed to show defensive coverage against a broad spectrum of modern anti-armor threats rather than against a single class of weapon. The released imagery appear deliberately structured to support Pyongyang's claim that the tank can defeat almost all existing anti-tank means. Rather than focusing on a single missile profile, the sequence present a broad threat picture that include infantry portable anti-armor weapon, top attack system, tripo-mounted guided missile, drone-like munition, and airborne attack profile launched from vehicles. That range is important because armored survivability is no longer judged solely by protection against direct fire anti-tank missile. Tank increasingly face overlapping attack from different directions, elevation, and launch point, sometimes within seconds of one another. The inclusion of loitering munition steel threats is particularly significant because such systems have become a defining challenge for armored force in recent warfare. Their appearance alongside anti-tank guided missile, top attack weapon, and drone-like threats suggest that the demonstration was designed to show defensive coverage across the full spectrum of anti-armor threats confronting tank today. The visual emphasis on threats approaching the upper arc of the vehicle is especially important. A top attack profile remain among the most dangerous form of attack for armored platform. The visible engagement sequences consist with a hard kill active protection concept. In such a configuration, sensor detect an incoming threat, calculate its approach, and cue an interceptor to destroy or disrupt it before contact with the vehicle. If North Korea has fielded even a limited operational version of that capability, it would represent a meaningful step beyond reliance on passive armor alone. The emphasis on destroying threats in mid-air only moment before they reach the tank also suggests that the presentation was intended to highlight reaction speed and interception accuracy, both of which are essential for countering top attack missile, loitering munition, and fast approaching drone threats. CNA also framed the event a confirmation that the interceptor system is fully capable of defeating almost all existing anti-tank means, while Kim Jong-un was described as expressing satisfaction with the outcome of the test. State media furte asserted that the vehicle had once again demonstrated such strong combat performance that, in Pyongyang's view, no other tank in the world is comparable to it. This language is best understood as political messaging intended to underscore the importance of the demonstration and reinforce the prestige attached to the program. The tactical importance of this type of protection is substantial. A tankable to defeat incoming anti-tank guided missile, loitering munition, shoulder-fired top attack weapon, and drone delivery strike would be better positioned to survive during maneuver, urban combat, breakthrough operation, and engagement in terrain favorable to ambush. It would also complicate enemy targeting by forcing anti-armor teams to overcome an additional defensive layer at air than rely on missile accuracy or attack angle. In a battle space increasingly shaped by low-cost airborne threats and precision-guided munitions, an incredible hard kill capability can meaningfully extend the combat survivability of an armored platform. The strategic implication extend beyond the vehicle itself. By drawing attention to a system presented as capable of defeating shoulder-fired anti-armor weapon, triple-mounted guided missile, loitering munition, and drone steel threats, Pyongyang is signaling that its conventional forces are being adapted to the demand of modern warfare. If validated, such a system could improve resilience against precision-guided munitions and airborne threats while reinforcing the broad message that North Korea is investing in the protection and endurance of its armored formation alongside its strategic deter capability. A degree of caution remain warranted. State media imagery and official statement do not provide insight into production scale, long-term reliability, sensor performance, interceptor inventory, or effectiveness under high-density saturation conditions. Nor do they clarify the extent of any external technical assistance in critical areas such as radar system, sensing technology, or interception algorithm. This factor will be decisive in determining whether the system can transition from controlled demonstration to a credible and sustainable combat capability. Nevertheless, the material released on March 29 offer a clear indication of the trajectory of North Korea's armored modernization. With a growing emphasis on survivability against repeated missile and drone attack profile that increasingly characterize the contemporary anti-armor threat environment.